What medications are the best at enhancing soldiers' combat performance? Do any countries still issue performance-enhancing medications to soldiers? Viagra. Amphetamines would be more useful than benzos. Caffeine, gay sex, and ADHD medications seem to have worked since the Nazi era. Creatine. Everybody run for your lives! This motherfucker is on creatine. Nicotine and caffeine. Like the Anon above me stated. Nicotine and caffeine. Methamphetamine is just terrible and pretty much guarantees addiction. Caffeine and nicotine is all you need, and you don't even really need either. T, addicted to both. There was a lot of work done on this in the 1960s, OP. The general answer is that beyond caffeine and strong stimulants in extreme situations, where it's worth the cost in low performance, remember, stims don't give you energy, they just stop you from feeling the tiredness. And they don't block the effects of the tiredness. It's generally not worth it. It did lead to some hilarious studies, though. What was the government's obsession with LSD back then? Dozens of agencies were experimenting with LSD on people. In what world does LSD seem like it would improve literally anything? LSD had been used with therapy to treat PTSD, and they figured they could use LSD to make guys that wouldn't normally shoot to kill more effective. It was a total wash, and if anyone in command of it had just done LSD, they would have known it wouldn't work. Seeing time as a flat circle and MDMA is being used very effectively to treat PTSD, I'm sure someone will try to get guys on Molly to kill soon. I think it was a matter of perverse incentives from when people were freaked out over and searching for explanations as to why captured American POWs in Korea were making false confessions. Tell me, which of these two explanations is more likely to get you black budget funding? The commies are just beating and starving the guys until they break. Any retard with a stick could do this. Or, actually, the commies are using super exotic drugs and elaborate psychology techniques to brainwash people into literal drones. There could be a mind control gap. It was the hot new thing, which meant that people didn't really know what it was or what it did to you. And researchers were pushing it as the new wonder drug that would do absolutely anything you wanted, so long as their lab kept receiving funding. This is all nonsense. AFAIK LSD was never considered a performance enhancer for obvious reasons. That video is from a series of tests on LSD as a non-lethal chemical weapon to incapacitate enemy forces. I'd say given how the tests went, it seems fairly effective. You may have heard of it as the gay bomb. Involuntary trembling. Trembling is involuntary by definition. Obviously substances help, but it would take significant training and effort in order to implement their use in modern, supposedly disciplined armies. Moderate doses of amphetamine specifically can improve just about every metric of someone's abilities to actually fight and physically perform for a few hours, but the situations where that would outweigh the downsides of the come-downs and crashes and the expense of training soldiers to handle themselves on drugs are limited. So yes, but it would require a lot of effort and money and would have limited application, and obviously no matter what it would cause a huge scandal as the idea of combat drugs would freak normies the fuck out. So it's not done. In Western countries at least. Captagon/phenethylline is a prodrug from the meth family invented in the 1960s. It generated a longer-lasting, milder high than drugs like Pervitin and became very popular among Middle Eastern militants due to ISIS and later Syria. While it was an improvement for combat, the side effects rule it out for Western armies, because about 25% of users start to be irrational and hallucinate after a few weeks. They've used a heap and only still use meth because sometimes guys need to stay awake a long time with minimal side effects. My only issue is they lie to the grunts about go pills instead of being honest that it's meth. USAF will feed you modafinil. Used to be prescribed that. I felt fine on it, but my regular blood pressure went from the low end of normal to the low end of high, and it'd take longer for my pulse to return to normal after working out. Advil, aspirin, and other mild painkillers were good for aches and bruises out there.
You're by my side. When we're out together, I'm so satisfied. Blues disappear like a gambler's streak. When we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. love to climb a mountain.